Hi, everyone. Welcome to season 2 of The Other Side of Music. Today, we're going to be interviewing Ouija Gizzmo from Planet Euphoria Records. He should be popping in any minute now. But we've decided this season, to maybe we'll see how this live video goes. And maybe do more live interviews as opposed to recorded interviews. So let's and so anyways, why I have you, Rising Star Talent Agency is getting ready to launch a radio station that includes all genres of music, as far as hip hop, pop, R&B, um, hip hop, pop, R&B. Oh, there he is. Oh,
Hi, I'm here.
hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Can't complain.
I'm looking at your ceiling, I think.
Oh yeah, my bad. My bad. I'm just finishing getting ready. My apologies.
Okay. So I'll finish telling you guys about RSTA Radio. It's going to be hip hop, pop, R&B, country, podcasts, spoken word. If you've written a book and you would like to do like a preview reading of it, you are welcome to send the audio over. We're going to have DJ hours. We'll have guest DJ throughout the, you know, radio show as it plays along. Yeah. And if you'd like to advertise, it will cost you less than eating out for fast food. So hit me up, comment, email me at robin@risingstartalentagency.com, and we'll work everything out. And if you'd like to send your music or your audio over, you can just send it straight to Rising Star Talent Agency, robin@risingstartalentagency.com, and I'll let you know when it is uploaded. And the radio station launches May 16th. So that's all I have. Ouija, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. I'm excited.
Good. So, first and foremost, I always ask people, how did you come up with your name?
Uh, Long story short, it's like I'd say a mixture of my love for horror movies and trying to find a way to incorporate that into music, but also make a name that's somewhat marketable, excuse me,
Mhm.
that I can see in the future being a household name. I mean, it kind of is because of the Ouija board, but I want to try to twist it and then interpret it into my own kind of thing.
Okay, cool, cool. So, how long have you been doing this?
Um, I'd say a while. I've only been taking it serious maybe 3 to 4 years. I want to say since like beginning 2020, maybe end 2019. I started thinking
Okay,
like, okay, this is that kind of thing.
okay. Um, and I see that you are signed with Planet Euphoria Records.
Yes, ma'am.
What made you decide to go with a record label? I know artists these days, especially local artists, have a hard time. Like, they want to remain independent, but So what made you decide to go with a record label?
I was doing it solo for a little while and it was working. I was starting to get traction, but there's only so much you can do by yourself if you really want to take this far. And if you pay attention in the music business, there's not really much you can do solo. Everybody has a team behind them. No
Right.
matter how much they try to say they don't and try to flex like they're doing it themselves, they're not. There's a whole system that goes behind it, from the video making to the marketing, that kind of thing. So I wanted to find a legit team that, excuse me, has the same vision as me and the
Okay.
same drive and push. And I was watching Planet Euphoria Records for a little while, and then I reached out to Kinetic one day, and I got the phone call and was signed. When I was one of the originals before Planet Euphoria grew to what it is
Okay.
now.
So how long have you been with them?
About 2 years, I'd say it'd be 3 years next year.
Okay.
Yes,
Awesome. Yeah,
ma'am.
I've spoken with Planet Youth with Kinetic. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's
You
real
have
good
you,
dude.
you have a nice team.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Um. So what? Okay. So we'll do it this way. What was your
Mhm.
first scary movie you ever saw?
Um, uh, I'd have to say Freddy versus Jason. I was funny story. I was a kid and it was just me and my brother in the house one day. And he was like, "Oh, you want to come watch a movie with me?" And as a kid, we used to watch, Disney movies and all that. So I'm thinking it's something like that. I come in and I see Freddy on the screen and start freaking out. I'm screaming, crying, running out the room like, this isn't a Disney movie. He has knives on his hand. So like since then, I guess I kind of grew to love horror movies.
Okay. And what's your favorite horror movie?
Uh, Scream, I'd say. Ghostface.
Okay. Yes, I saw you have a video. Um.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. So okay. And then what was your first song that made you think or know that this is what you want to do?
I'd have to say with my big brother, rest in peace, Ruger Rome. We're not blood, but blood couldn't make us closer.
Hmm.
I used to just rap and freestyle around friends, and they'd be, "Oh, you're so hard, and you should get in the studio, and you got to take this more serious." And then Ron was like, "Well, if you're really dedicated, I'll take you to the studio." And it was through JPad, I believe, JPad the Juggernaut. He's pretty good,
Yeah.
and he got me in there. I was nervous as hell, not knowing what to do, and this is before I knew what bars was and structures and bridges and songs. I thought it was just I say words on a beat and that's it. So
Okay.
that's when he kind of taught me basically with everything I know now.
All right. KGVS Universe wants to know, how does he find your music?
Oh, it's Ouija Gizmo on all platforms. That's OuijaGizmo. Spotify, Amazon, iTunes. I got music videos on YouTube under that same name, or you can go to Plenty for Your Records, and there's a couple other music videos on there you'll be able to find.
And then on Instagram, you're the real.
It's Yes, ma'am. It's the real Ouija.
Yeah.
TheRealOuija.
Okay. Well, it looks like you got a new follower on Spotify, so that's cool.
Oh, thank you. Much love, much love. Means a lot.
So, what are your goals like beyond, like, are there goals, I'm assuming, beyond Pittsburgh and, you know?
Yeah, I'd say I want to grow like beyond the city. I'm not gonna say I have a name in the city, obviously, because I'm not super big, but like I don't know, like there's only so much you can do in Pittsburgh. I'd say like venue wise,
Mm,
we only had so much, and I don't want to say like I performed at all of them, but I performed at all of them that can do something for me per se, if that makes sense.
yeah, makes sense.
Like something other than just a bar where people are drinking and they just want to hear music.
Hmm.
So like I want to try to expand beyond Pittsburgh. I want to try to get more into content because like I'm starting to somewhat get into it, but I suck at it. Like I'm one of them artists who like can make the music and all that, but I suck at the content.
Okay.
So I'm slowly trying to get on that and basically just push things farther than where they're at.
Okay. Well, that speaks volumes about you because,
Mm,
it's good to know your strengths and weaknesses
exactly.
and where you need the help and where you can fly solo
Mm,
on certain things. So that's amazing.
yes, ma'am.
Um, Now, have you performed anywhere outside of Pittsburgh yet?
Um, a while ago, me and another label or gang, I guess you can call it, we opened up for Fetty Wap down in Atlanta. I want to say like 2.5, 3 years ago. Um, Other than that, no. I want to though.
Okay.
Definitely want to expand, get to better venues.
Now, I always ask the
Hmm.
people I'm interviewing, how do you feel about, um, I guess, how do you feel about the music scene in Pittsburgh? Like, for example, like venues are closing left and right.
Right.
I mean, even this month, there is at least one venue closing. I read somewhere that Three Rivers Casino is no longer going to have music on Friday nights or
Mm,
something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, how do you feel about all that? Because it's
um,
getting difficult. I know from my end, as a booking agent
right.
and manager, it's getting real difficult.
No, I understand that one. I'd say the Pittsburgh music scene, it's good, but it's more of a crabs in a basket, crabs in a barrel kind of thing, which which is bad because I feel like it should be crabs in a barrel, but we're all trying to escape instead of all pulling ourselves down. We should all figure out how can we all get out of this barrel and not have to come back to the drought we were all in. But nobody will look at it like that because I'm
Hmm.
not gonna say Pittsburgh is clout obsessed, but it's very envy driven. People are very egotistical.
Ooh,
I'd
yeah,
say most of them,
good word.
and that, that kind of it puts a hold on things and puts a big wall up and it divides us. So I'd say Pittsburgh's music scene is good, but business wise, it's not where it could be. I want to
Right.
say yes, ma'am.
People need to work together more and
Mm-hmm.
their
Exactly.
aside and listen to other people's opinions, even if they don't agree with them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. It's quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you feel about pay to play? Oh, hold on a second. KGB Universe. I'll send you a link when I'm done to your Instagram so you can book your interview. Um, and he also said he's noticed that since he's moved out here, it's harder to get others' attention for real. Yeah,
Yes, it is
yeah. And I'm
for
I'm
sure.
not. Well, you kind of explained why.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, no one wants to bring their egos down a notch to say, well, hey, I know this person, you have this person, let's
Right. They want to
or
keep it to
whatever.
themselves, not knowing that if you spread that person, it just goes, 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 goes. It's a domino effect that can make us all win.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Um, so how do you feel about pay to play?
I'd say it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna pay to perform to maybe get a fucking trip somewhere and open up for an A&R that might sign me.
Right.
Like, if I'm gonna pay you a certain set amount, like 100 or 200, whatever the case may be, if I'm gonna pay you that amount, I want to for sure. I'm not gonna say winning, but I want something for sure at the end. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people in Pittsburgh that do that, it's for the money. It's not for the reward.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? Like they're looking to get people's money.
Right. Like if it's a competition or something, I could understand that. Like maybe you have to.
Right, right. But even some of those at the end, it ends up being flink. Like a
Right.
lot of people do those competitions and they go to these places and it's not what it was said to be. And there's nothing that can really be done about that because money was given. So it's like again makes Pittsburgh's music scene look bad.
Yeah. I
Yes, ma'am.
agree. So, another really hard question for you
Hmm.
is what is your favorite food?
Uh, um, if we're going plain, I'd say chicken tenders and fries. If we're going fancy, maybe like a steak or maybe like a nice roast dinner, roast some
Okay.
potatoes, that kind of thing. Just depending what
And
kind of mood I'm in.
okay. And do you cook or do you eat out
Uh,
most of the time?
no, I cook. If I'm at home, I'll cook. But if I'm out somewhere, then I'll eat out. Or if I'm too tired, I'll just order in.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Um, Depends. I'm good at spaghettis or spaghetti. Excuse me, burgers, chicken. It differs.
Okay. Um, so out of the songs that you have
Hmm.
out, what is your favorite song and why?
Um, Personally, I'd say Homelander.
Hmm.
I'd have to say Homelander only just because, excuse me, that was the first song I recorded and released under Planet Euphoria Records, and it just holds a special spot to me. Then every time I perform it, it gets the crowd going. People know the dance. They like sing it to us. So just I hold that one close. It'll always be one of my favorites.
Okay. All right. Um, so I'm trying to think what else. So, if you could perform with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
Mm, uh, Eminem, I'd have to say.
Well, he's alive. Okay.
Okay, yeah, alive will go Eminem. Dead. Tupac, I'd say, only because it's the rap. But if we're going like the energetic wise, I'd say Michael Jackson because nobody performed like
Oh,
him.
okay.
He
That would be pretty cool.
yeah, he was dope. He was a dope performer for
So,
sure.
yeah, he really was. And I could kind of see that because of the videos I've seen, and he had Thriller and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, you guys could do something fun there.
For sure, for sure.
um, so, do you have any words of advice for any artists out there, up and coming artists, the people here watching the live?
Um, I'd say just keep going. Don't pay attention to the numbers and don't give up and don't take advice from anybody that's not where you're wanting to be. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because a lot of people will give you bad advice only because they feel that's what's right, but in reality, it's not going to help you. So I'd say don't take bad advice. Keep going and don't pay attention to the numbers.
Okay. Good.
Just
Good advice. What's something you wish somebody told you or warned you about, or
um, music wise or life.
ooh, good question. Give me music wise and give me life.
Something that I wish somebody told me music wise. Um, Pay attention and you don't know it all, basically. Because when I first started, I thought I knew it all because of what celebrities portray it to be.
Hmm.
Like, rapping is so easy and you have to do it this way, but that's really not what it is. And there's so much that's behind that. So, um, I'd say I tell my past self, I guess, per se, to be more of a sponge and not a know it all. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of info, I guess, that could have helped me now that I passed out on back then. Not listening, so I'd say that from music and life. Um, don't fit in.
Yeah.
I'd say definitely don't fit in because it's not what people portray it to be. What you're trying to fit into.
Okay. Now, do you have good answers? Yeah. Don't fit in. A lot of artists I've met and everything, they are their own unique being.
Right.
I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And it works for them, you know.
Right.
Um, so, do you have any new songs coming out that we should be looking for?
Uh, yeah, I have. I guess I can announce it. I have an album coming
Hmm.
called, excuse me, "Right to Remain Violent," and there's a single I'm dropping off of that called "Get It Smacking," which I dropped a couple promo clips for, and it did good numbers at least in my eyes, and there was a lot of people paying attention to it. So I'd say
Okay.
those are my next two big releases.
All right. And do you have any shows coming up?
Yes, we do. With Plenty for Your Records, funnily speaking. It's the 16th of this month. We have the Orbit 2,
Okay.
which is a good bit of Plenty for Your artists. We got other artists outside the label there. We got Quality Visuals, I believe is his name. If it's not, sorry if I butchered it. But he'll be there doing music videos. We'll have a couple other vendors there. Food provided, drinks, that kind of thing. Good vibe, good energy.
And where is it?
That's going to be at the Forge in Homestead.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
I like that place.
Yeah,
Um,
you perform there a good bit.
that's where I started throwing shows too.
Oh, okay.
Um, and let's see what else. Well, for those of you here on the live, what else would you like to know about them?
Yeah, ask away. I'm nervous right now, but I'm an open book. Don't be scared to ask.
Um, so, oh, I see Back to Back is watching. That's a jazz duo that um, actually, I booked at the Carnegie Crawl for tonight. So I'll see you guys there back to back. But
I might have to check that
um,
out.
yeah, so you're an open book. Okay, so what is something, I don't know, maybe a hobby or something that you do that people would never guess?
Mm, I'm a video gamer.
Okay.
I, uh, I like video games. It's a good thing to do in your free time, and even when you're stressed, it takes you to another world. It's kind of like you forget about your problem.
Okay.
Um, it's another thing. I stream on my free time.
Hmm.
We have a Twitch channel out of Planet Euphoria Records. It's called Planet Euphoria Gaming on Twitch.
Oh,
We stream on there sometimes, playing Call of Duty. Will run on there. We'll run Fortnite. A couple other members will stream some of their games on there sometimes.
oh, that's cool. Oh, House of Blue would like to know if you had the chance to perform in any other state, where would it be?
Ooh, uh, damn, another play. Um, I don't know. I'd want to go California. I say California is like a big hype place. I'd want to go to Cali.
California. Okay.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
any specific part of California?
Um, LA.
Okay.
I've been there a couple of times, and when I was there, I didn't want to leave. Kind of like had me stuck in
Uh,
there. So like,
well, I guess that
that's a
answered my
good
next
place.
question. That's probably where you'd pick to live if you weren't in Pittsburgh.
Mm, yeah, that's always been like a dream of mine since I was little. I feel like just because of like what I've seen on TV and shows, like all the palm trees and bright lights and nice cars, and
It's
so it
nice
kind of
out
like,
there.
yeah. Yes, ma'am.
If you were not doing music, what would you be doing?
Acting.
Acting?
Yeah, I'm big. That's what I'm trying to get into now. I was recently on Mayor of Kingstown. That filmed the hair since season 2. They're now wrapping up season 4, so I've been doing that for a little while. That's what I'm really trying to get into.
Oh, okay. And is your goal movies, TV? Um,
Um, Movies. Like once I get the acting down, like I'd say that's what like my life mission, life pushes is make it into music. After I get where I want to be in music, I want to do acting. Once I get where I want to be there, I want to direct the movies.
oh, okay.
So it's kind of like a whole 360 role kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool because then by the time you get to that point, you would have all the other pieces together too.
Exactly. So it completes the whole puzzle.
Nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Very doable goals. So,
Right, for sure.
um, and then you can show, you know, this interview, be like, this is what it used to be like.
Right, right.
All right.
We all got to start from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Now, I'm gonna usually what I do with the interviews, although this is the first one I've done live, but I think I
Okay.
could still do it. Usually I put the interviews up on Spotify and YouTube.
Mhm.
Um, and then I'm starting rstaradio.com.
Okay.
So the I'll have podcasts, flowing through the music and stuff like that.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I can pull the audio from this, then it will be added to the radio station. And also what I like to do is attach some music to each person's interview, if they're an artist.
Right, right.
So when you get a chance, if you can send me like at least a couple songs,
Yeah, I got
and then I'll attach it to the interview, and that will be your interview on Spotify, YouTube, and
you. Mhm.
RSTA radio.
Oh, all right, for
Yeah.
sure. I can do that.
And then for those of you that are watching and wondering about interviews, I have a link on my website, or you can just hit me up on whatever platforms, and I'll send you a link to schedule your interview. And then I also ask the artist, which I'm asking you,
Hmm.
if you have a couple photos, I'd say like 4 to 6 photos, because I like to do um,
Okay.
a promo video. Like, this is Ouija's interview, it'll be live on blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay, I got you
Yeah.
for sure.
So, yeah. Do you have anything? I think I'm out of questions for you.
Yes, ma'am. It's all good. I want to give a thank you to you though for the experience. Even though I was kind of nervous, this being my first one, I definitely appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope I made you a little bit at ease at least.
Yeah, yeah. So, for surely, for sure.
Yeah, interviews are supposed to be fun
Right.
and, you know, easygoing.
Hmm.
So, shouldn't be nervous for interviews.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
I think my
For sure.
questions were pretty okay. And I try and throw in fun questions too. So
Right.
I can like ease people's minds,
Yeah.
I guess.
Of course. Of course.
All right. Well, good. Um, Unless you have any other questions or anything else you'd like to insert, that's kind of how the interview is.
All right. Sounds good. I'd say we covered all. Just last thing, if nobody in here, if you're not doing anything, or if you are, cancel your plans. May 16th at the Forge in Homestead, we're doing the Orbit 2, hosted by Planet Euphoria Records. So pop out to that. It'll be a good time. Other than that, I'd say, yeah, pretty much covered everything.
All right. And it's at the Forge in Homestead. And how much are tickets?
They're $20 or 15 online. I can get, I'll put the link maybe in my story. So
Yeah.
anybody in here, just slide to my story. I'll add the link in there. You can use my promo code or anybody else's and name and a label to get you $5 off. So can save you $5 or pay the 20 out the door. It doesn't really matter. You showing up is enough. So everybody
All
in here
right.
just, yeah, have a
Yeah.
good
Definitely
one.
put the link up. Um, and, you know, I'll see what I can do. I'll share it for you too.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then. Well, good.
Uh-huh.
You have a great Friday,
Thank you.
classic
You as
Friday.
well. Right.
And thanks for the suggestion to do this live because this was kind of fun.
Hmm.
All right. Well, bye, everybody.
See ya.
And I will talk to you later, Ouija.
All right. See ya.
Bye. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to The Other Side of Music with Ouija Gizmo. Doing this live was kind of fun. So maybe season 2 of The Other Side of Music will be all live interviews. We'll see. Bye.